heard this big thump, and it caused me to jump up out the bed. I get up and look in front of the bed, and there Cheryl is laying down. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I shake her, and her eyes were kind of rolled back, and I could hear her trying to breathe, making a sound. I immediately called 911. He said, immediately start CPR. Do you know CPR? I said, actually, I do.
My name is Cheryl Winston, and I'm 52 years old, and I'm a cardiac arrest survivor.
Cheryl is a strong-willed, loving, caring person.
I'm just so grateful for her. I don't know what I would do without her.
I have 2 great kids. A lot of my joy comes from my family. Life was great. We were in the pandemic, but we were really enjoying just spending time with family. I rode my Peloton a lot, and I had just started a new job that I was super excited about. It was September 6th on 2020, and I woke up, washed my hands in the bathroom, and collapsed on my bedroom floor.
I just heard my dad screaming my name. I could hear he's on the phone with 911.
He had been trained in CPR over 20 years ago, so he started CPR within probably the first 90 seconds and just kept doing CPR until police and EMTs arrived.
They said if I hadn't started when I did, there's no way she would have made it.
I saw my mom getting wheeled out of the front door in the stretcher to the ambulance. It was really scary.
Going to the hospital, everything imaginable goes through your mind. We just were expecting the worst. When I got in there, I said, hey, my wife had an incident, and I was told that the ambulance was bringing her here. And she said, well, what's your wife's name? I said, Cheryl Winston. She said, wait just a minute. And so she went back, she came back, she said, yes, we have your wife, and miraculously her heart started beating on the way here. Even though they revived her, she had a heartbeat, we still didn't know essentially if she was going to be able to recover and do the things she did before the incident. They allowed us to go up and look at her through the window, and we saw these tubes, and body had been cooled down, and they put her in a coma to try to preserve her organs, especially her mind.
I think it's really hard for a child to see your parent in pain. And I was like, I cannot live without her. One of the nurses brought me aside. I just want to let you know, everything's going to be okay. We have cutting edge technology. Your mom is in the best hands possible.
When I first woke up, I was by myself, and I remember just this strange feeling of, I know something big happened, but I have no idea what it is. It just was an emotion of wow, what happened?
When I went out there, she kind of, looked at me kind of funny. I said, do you know who I am? She said, I've seen a picture of you. I said, okay, well, great. That's better than, not know who I am at all. And about, 10 minutes later, she said, you're my husband. I said, yeah, I sure am.
I didn't get to see my kids until I came home. That was amazing after, almost 2 weeks to be able to see them for the first time. The recovery from a cardiac arrest is very difficult. My whole thought process was moving forward, and I'm not gonna go home with a walker. People called me that I hadn't talked to in a while, and my family really came together.
It does make you cherish those moments.
Everything that I do with my mom, everything I do with my family, I've been so grateful.
I have a lot of gratitude for the second chance. My son, it's been really great to see him start high school. My daughter graduated from college. And then I'm grateful for the things that I'll get to do in the future as well. 20 really has become a special number in my life. I had my cardiac arrest in 2020. CPR was done on me for 20 minutes. I didn't have a pulse for a little over 20 minutes. And my husband was trained in CPR over 20 years ago. And we're now celebrating 20 years of Go Red. I know a lot of research was done to save my life, and so now it's an opportunity for me to be a part of research that's also going to save someone else's life.